Hi guys, welcome back. Well, I think I'm almost there now with the new motor for the drill grinder. I've swapped the top plate out for the compound slide and put back on the original plate that came with this, and I've drilled and threaded the 4 holes that the foot plate for the motor sits on. So that's mounted now. I've got some adjustment of the angle of the motor, so I can adjust that easily now to whatever angle I need to be using at. Just spin that round and I can show you the rest of it. On the Black & Decker grinder that I was using originally, there's 2 dry flanges, and one of them, the one at the back of the wheel, has a woodruff key in that's machined into the motor spindle. Now at the moment I'm not going to use these. I'm going to put these back on the Black & Decker. You may have seen me making a brass dry flange in some of my previous videos, and I want to put a woodruff key in that, so that then will drive the wheel. At the moment it's just a friction drive on it, so I have roughed out the keyway on the vertical milling machine, and I've ordered a set of woodruff key cutters and a box of assorted keys. Hopefully those will be here by the weekend, so that's one job that I've still got to do. At the moment it's just spinning on the friction surfaces between the centre hole and the shaft. I've cut a 5/8 thread onto that shaft, so that fits on nicely now. Yeah, on the Black & Decker there's 2 dry flanges, one either side, that sit on. Now with a normal grinding wheel, that fits flush onto the surface of the wheel itself, but the CBN ones have this extended centerpiece, so if I put that back on, it will only be mating on this centerpiece. So what I've been thinking of doing, I've got these pieces. I was thinking of machining the centre of this out to that diameter, and then a small chamfer on the edge. That would fit on then. It's not a great deal of work to get that to mate on, so I'm thinking of putting that on, and then the nut can go back onto there. But yeah, at the moment it's just a friction fit that's driving the wheel around, so I'll just tighten it up and see how she's running. Well, it's a 3-phase motor now that I've got mounted up to my frequency drive. So set her up on a low speed. Pleased with the Brookhampton motor. It's a superb motor. It runs very smooth and quiet. Let's bring the speed up. I believe the revs on this are maximum 1425, possibly 1430. But yeah, but I'm very pleased with the way that wheel's running. It takes a while to slow down, but I can live with that. Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad at all. Well, I've got the whole thing mounted onto an old Mypid Super 7 lathe bed, and originally I'd done some machining on the bed to drop the Black & Decker motor down, so the centre of the spindle on the motor mated up with the centre of the chuck on the drill grinder. Now I've no idea at the moment if I need to make any alterations to this. The chances are I probably will have to do. So looking at it, it's probably a bit higher than what the Black & Decker motor was, so I'm going to mount the drill grinder on and see how the two line up. If there's any difference, I'm going to have to remachine the lathe bed to either, I can't see that I'm going to have to lift it up, I think I'm going to have to drop it down, so I may have to do some more machining on this to bring the two centre heights together. Well, that surprised me, guys. That doesn't look far off. I was thinking this would be way too high. I've got a 10mm drill mounted in the chuck. I'm not going to say it's perfect, but it's not far off. I'm going to mount my height gauge on and see what that tells me, but eyeball, I should say it's maybe 2mm high on this side, so yeah, I don't suppose it makes any difference if it's 2 or 22. I've still got to do some machining on it, but it's not far off. I'll just bring you a bit closer. Well guys, I've managed to get the centre height of the the grinder and the chuck the same. I've not had to do any machining on the base. I had installed this large washer under the drill grinder, and by taking that out it's brought the centre height to correspond with the centre height on the grinder. So I'm pleased about not having to do any more machining on it. So next stage is to put everything back together again, get the angles set up, and I think we'll be good to go. Well, there's a slight problem, guys. This is a piece that I made. This bolts onto this bottom section. That bolts onto the bottom section through there, and then this connecting arm bolts onto this, and then onto the cam action, which swivels the head, and it's been working okay. But when I've come to fit the original cover back on, it's not fully locating into the recess. So having a closer look at it, I think I'm just a bit proud on this bottom section. So I had machined it down in the past to this level, so there's a step up on top and bottom. So I'm going to put that on the shaper and bring it down to the same level. That'll take it farther in, but it'll also reduce the stick out on the front of it. So, but can't remember what this piece was. It may have been an old lathe tool that I'd cut down. I seem to remember it being pretty tough stuff, so I'm not sure if the shaper's going to touch it, but I'm going to give it a try. Well guys, I think I'm almost there. I've still got a couple of jobs to finish off. I'm going to swap out the connecting arm for the swivel with this single piece bar. At the moment there's 6mm spherical bearings on, and I've made this up with 8mm, so they're a bit beefier. I'm going to round the edges up and shape the centre up, try and reduce some of the weight. So I've got to swap that over. I'll have to drill and tap an 8mm hole to suit the spherical bearings. I've still got the drill setting tool to finish. Not sure whether this bar slides on, and I've put a step into this side for the edge of the heel of the drill to sit onto. I'll need to make a top plate for it yet, so I can bolt it in position, but that will slide in out in that fashion. So that's still to finish off. So I need to drill some holes through the swivel base and the base for the grinder to bolt that down onto the lathe bed. So there's 3 or 4 jobs that need just finishing off, but I'm going to give it a try now. It's everything seems to be where it should be. So I'm going to mount an 8mm drill bit in the chuck and give that a grind. That's one of the jobs. I may have mentioned that before. I'm going to machine this down so that will slide onto the shaft, and then the bolt will go on this side. I just need to machine that down to the diameter of the CBN wheel housing in the centre. So that's another job. But as I say, I'm going to mount this drill up and I'm going to give it a try. The wheels, let me just turn the speed down. The CBN wheel is running really nice. Turn the front to full power. So that's running a lot smoother than the Black & Decker grinder that I had previously. Doesn't take too long to come to a stop. Right, I'm going to mount this drill up and we'll see if we can give it a grind.